Hello Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Tarot Solar Sun Studio. I am Caro. I will be your host for this reading. We are going to ask this question, where your career is going. This is for October, but the energy is maybe up to 3 months as well, because we have the near future influences position here. And I want you to know that these are general readings, so it's for the general energy for that science collective. It is not a personal reading to you, so I want you to consider it more of from a energy frequency, okay? Things like in potential, how it might turn out, this type of thing. So we have a spread for this. And I will go one by one with the spread positions. Of course, this reading is better when it is done privately, but even in this, because it is actually much more than the placements you see here. But I have we have this time, so we will try to put the things we can in it in terms of placements and also the setup of other cards in the reading. Now, assuming of course everyone is a creator in their career, so I have this deck. It is called the Secret Creator, and I'm starting this reading by picking one card from it. We will try to understand its energy, plus I'm going to also get some cards from the career life purpose decks as well. Now, for this particular reading, we have the card of the follow through. So this is I like this deck. It has very nice inputs actually, energetically. Now here, for your career and your, of course, actions and performance in it, your approach to your career, there is some type of this one talks about an unfinished idea that needs finishing. Like for your career, there is something maybe unfinished that needs finishing. And also allowing yourself, like, to say it's done. It can be also once you do it, and it can be also following through and nurturing your relationships in the career, okay? Like people or you contact with. It may also talk about when work, business, career is considered, there is a need maybe to tie up loose ends throughout October and up to 3 months. Of course, it is not good for us to leave our energy scattered in that unfinished business. And of course, this card also, you know, gives us this self-care message. Are you doing what you said you were going to do? Okay, in terms of our maybe contacts, associations in work. So in general, you may think it of like there is this big idea, like this beautiful masterpiece. It's like heavy, it's like you are Leonardo. You are like, it's okay, this is like half finished, one says, okay, like a painting, book, symphony. Something feels here unfinished. This is the message of this card. It's like there is something we begin but didn't fully give it a birth, let's say. So this can be also career opportunity idea or something you want to add or bring to your current career. For October, it says it's a good time for you to revisit that old dream or previous dream that was actually meant to happen. So it's a good time to follow through with people, projects, promises, ideas. It's a good time to try up. It's a good time trying up loose ends. Because this is going to allow you to interact with integrity, and it wants you to keep your energetic resources intact. Here we are a bit of like everywhere, so it's a bit, you know, bringing ourselves, not being clustered, but being this, you know, packed energy. So Saturn is also in your sign, right? This is actually what also Saturn wants to do and want to work with there. So keeping our energetic resources will be important. Also, you know, if you start something new at this time, of course you will likely to place a bit of your energetic self, time, money, energy, intentions into the hopes of that new beginning. We don't want to leave a project floating or unfinished, or like disappear away at the back of your mind. Even like I mean, like there is this idea has been forgotten at that back burner, let's say. And it talks about sometimes in our career energy, it's that nagging voice which is telling us you didn't do what you said you were going to do. It's okay though if you were allowing space for yourself for some time, but now it's like it says maybe you are coming to the end of it. Maybe there you want to recheck some things. Sometimes, you know, it is sometimes procrastination energy, which can, every time we procrastinate, it may drain us energetically. Sometimes, you know, this guilt kicks in. It becomes more like sometimes this sense of diminished self-worth, or this lack of accomplishment kicks in. Though it's a time, it says that your heart knows there are things like meant to happen for you, maybe, or not meant to happen, but it is good for you to close that energetic ties that bind, and to ask yourself the question, what do you really need to finish this, or what needs closure? It also wants you to reclaim that energy strings so you can use them to weave your brightest future. Now, throughout the career, there can be some questions here that you may ask to yourself. I mean, throughout October, especially about this unfinished business. You know, what unfinished business could you close off that would make you feel buoyant? Or are you following up with your relationships and connections in this work? Okay, this career. Or are you better at starting or finishing things? How can you use this knowledge to plan your steps effectively? Some questions here you can ask. Now, to this angel deck, I want to get a perspective for Piscean energy, please. Okay, universe, so Saturn is in Pisces, and what they need to know around this time with regards to their career, work, business interactions, or anything, any energetical message. Okay, so you are going towards prosperity, hopefully. Look at this little cupids there, cutest. Your actions have resulted in incoming abundance. Wow, prosperity. Your actions have resulted in incoming abundance if you follow through. If you follow through, you know, it's a good message, because it is also showing where that prosperity or how it is going to come. Sometimes, you know, messages can come in a way, it may say, you know, you need to put your talents and skills out there and attract that abundance coming from people, and maybe and using that abundance for a very constructive thing to do, be out that it can say. But this is just for you, simply follow through, okay? Follow through. So because your actions have resulted in incoming abundance, this is very good. Oh my goodness, another infinite abundance, Pisces. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Wow. Before this reading, I have actually made a post in my community section. I was thanking Pisces family here, Piscean folks, for that. They have been one of the, if not one of the most of the signs who has been very generous, kind to me, as you are a sign blessed with the touch of Jupiter, so the gift giver. So here, this abundance and prosperity cards, you know, standing side by side, and you devoting yourself divine life purpose. It's like for you, more you can have from those. And please always, you know, abundance is different than wealth. Prosperity of something is different than wealth. Prosperity and abundance also two different things. Abundance does not necessarily like something material. It's about for instance, I am connected in this platform with many people. This is making me an abundant person, right? Through my connections and with the power of my platform. And the prosperity, of course, can also come without measuring it with the material form. And material form can be just one part of it, but it's all those resources you are connected in life, and those channels where that life energy of you know, creating, like going in tenfolds and multiply it. Also, you know, it's really it's sometimes, you know, it's like you, for instance, cook something and it's so abundant, it's so prosperous that you just can't finish it like for days, you know. It's like the food in the cup, in the pan is like multiplying itself, right? So that sense of abundance is really an interesting concept, guys. And sometimes in very, of course, this also depends on your own natal charts, but there is this abundant times becoming very vibrant in our lives. So in your career, I think to have the abundance and prosperity concepts in general, and making this follow through, actualizing that follow through energy, considering the unfinished businesses, where you need to close off, what you need to initiate, how you follow through, following up with your connections, relationships, You know, are you better starting or finishing things at this time? How you can also use some knowledge, like to plan your steps effectively, will be important. Now we have positions. First, in the spread we have the focus card. Focus card is about where you are now and what surrounds your current situation. Okay, we have also the current challenges and obstacles. This is going to highlight present challenges and or obstacles to your goals, things to grow through and help you to make the decision to move forward in a new direction. Here we have a directional card, like what direction can you take to make the best use of your fullest potential. It's like an action plan to get you moving in the right direction. We have also the hidden aspects, something that I really value as a position, because this is something you may not see coming in your career life. So this is going to highlight anything which can be brought to light that you may be unaware of. And we have also the near future influences here, which is going to highlight choices and influences likely to occur within the next 3 months. This spread is actually has 9 placements, but for this general reading I pick 5. We have also the ambition, motivation of your career concerns, drive, initiative, the goals, long-term goals, what you need to feel fulfilled within your career. We have the talents and strengths, hidden or not so hidden talents. We have also the summation card, the overview of all positions in actually in the whole spread. But for this one, we try to make it a bit, you know, simple and understandable for people. But if you would like to have a career reading having like all, you know, positions, and if you want to really invest in yourself, let me know. Definitely my career private readings are very worth to follow through because they reveal a lot and they are very directional. So just letting you know that I have also that service. But for these positions now, let's get our clarifications. And also I will be using tea leaf cards. Now for October and up to 3 months, let's see your focus where you are now and what surrounds your current situation. We have the 10 of Pentacles. This is the card of abundance and the birds. Okay, now I see Pisces people actually in that there is an environment, and this environment can really fulfill you, cherish you, and it's an environment full of abundant features. 10 of Pentacles energy may, for instance, represent a company or institution or like long established places or people's like long established efforts where, you know, there are these true tested methods and you know, it's the security it brings is just promises a lot. We are abundant there and it's like that, you know, big material idea as well, the big material idea in our lives coming with from big material formations. So this is also, you know, our 10 is a very complete number. By the way, my cat Hermit is speaking in her dream. Can you hear it? Yes, I think she's fighting with my second cat in her dream. There is something like that. Okay, so okay, 10 of Pentacles, but what we have here, the birds. Okay, birds usually this is actually a chatter, a speculation. It can be, of course, messages, but coming from the things you hear, like, oh, like there is this big money coming, or oh, you know that there is this, you know, big thing happening, there is this something like beyond us have this abundant features, but it's a bit speculative. Okay, so actually Ten of Pentacles, a very secure card, but due to the speculative influence of these birds, or that mixed messages we get, or that inner chat, or as we feel like we are, it's like we are stepping to that, you know, this is not a tree, what is this? A branch, yes, like a branch. But the thing is that the bird does not trust the branch that it is stepping on, right? Just think about the symbolism, forget the meaning here, because I think there is a bigger message. The birds do not trust on the things that they step, because they know that it can gone in any type of you know, wind or you know, something weather situation, or in the human, you know, control. So they trust their wings, right? They trust their wings, not the places they step, because in case of any type of handicap situation or difficult situation, they will use their wings and fly. So wings are their security. And what are wings? Are they something fixed? No, they are mobile and they are flexible, right? This is also the message is like, you look, think of this in number one scenario of this reading. Yes, there is this, let's say, big thing you are stepping up in, but it may, like, there is this a bit maybe fear of, you know, where this is all gonna go and some speculative thing. But also knowing that as you have the wings, you can fly anytime you want. You don't have to collapse with it. And like converting to this energy, maybe, okay, so it can be that general career work environment you are in. Plus, this Ten of Pentacles energy can be literally your inner virtues, your values, your skills, your talents, the established conditions which are always feels like on the road, not settled. And with the messages, news, and other, you know, outer conditions can be shaped accordingly. It may be inheritance, maybe some of you are, for instance, in family business, right? Ten of Pentacles, that is done that family structure you are now sitting on as this bird. It can be that material possession that we also accumulated. Maybe we want to initiate forge our own path, and how we will be, though it's a bit vulnerable time, how we can do it based on this interesting weather conditions, or in general the market of where or that circumstances surrounding our career life. We don't know yet how to maybe launch it yet. But there is something in the end, whether we step on this branch or we are flying, there is a foundation there. There is something which is like being accumulated and available for you, okay? Of course, now current career situation can give you that sense of consolidation of your past experiences. It can also create maybe new opportunities based on this foundation. Here in general, there are also like generations of people and that group of men, and you know, the group of people who are abundant, because it's not only material here, it's also your talent, skills, the abundance of it, and also how people want to invest in them, right? You have something that that they are looking for. And the birth is like, maybe it's like there is a lot of message and speculation with whom to work, in what to work, you know, where to best invest, where to redirect your resources or clients, you know, or who will bring the most stability, solidity, you know, also where you want to belong to with your career. So so it's a very abundant card, as you have these talents, you have the wealth of your inner values, virtues. Of course, this can be you also. I have this and this, but as a Pisces, you know, Pisces is in the end, it's a collective sign. So collective signs are not that much of self-absorbed. So, and it's the last sign. It takes all the energy of the other signs. It's like a peak point in human consciousness. Now, then you have this, but maybe there are speculations now how you can share and utilize all you have, or these tools, or the current things, like in form of some type of a service to the community or for the people around you, how you can like best use, because here from this type of work you are not just gonna have material wealth, but there is also that abundance of energy, which is your actions will create it. The way you follow through will create this, okay? And it's important for you to be willing to show the world your talents, or in general to your what is your market, or you know, area. It's like, it tells, you know, even it feels speculative for you right now with some things, you want that return flow, okay? For those who have accumulated wealth in one form or another, don't be fearful. It says losing it, because you have the wings, like you have you as the most important resource, okay? I mean, this reading is actually putting you as the most important resource, your own inner treasure. Sometimes, you know, this may be also, you know, this feeling, for instance, for some Piscean people, now I like get there, now I am there. Like maybe there is this sense of sometimes, as we have also the unfinished businesses energy here, and you know, it's a difficulty to follow through, we talk about. For in some, for instance, Piscean people, there can be this feeling of sometimes boredom or apathy, because it may feel like you accomplished some things, and it's like, you know, what is next? Like, because this Ten of Pentacles is a very interesting card. If we do not use this energy, it actually decays there. So that's why it needs to be transformed. But you need to also understand that you are not limited by only talents or just by judgments about yourself or others. Sometimes creating also new gifts, new things, or refinding them, you know, realizing them that you are born with, or things which has been bestowed upon you on this journey, is very much worthwhile to also discover. This is, so Ten of Pentacles energy, this is already a card where a person actually feel abundant in their life, and they want to fully embrace it, regardless of the speculations, gossips. But the thing also here, birds, but also even the thing you are stepping in vulnerable, remember you have wings, and birds do not trust the grounds they hold, okay, because they have wings in the end. There can be also some Piscean people, you know, maybe sharing talent, skills with community, you know, how to align like two different things. There is this also the consciousness of our resources as well, and how to create prosperity out of it. And sometimes this can be also how to, one needs to loosen up on possessions as well. And it can be also that how you can acknowledge your values. It can be so abundant card, abundance energy. So there is a lot of indication that you are in this swimming in that consciousness of the resources, and as like the two fish swimming there, and actually those two fish can go to different directions, and when they go to different directions there is also a catastrophe. But how to align some things there to be in, like to make things to appear in like energetically like one consciousness for you, like, you know, one thing that is all encompassing for you, like resources, people, relationships, your talents, people you want to serve, authority figures, your creativity, you know, how to bring like all in one. It is well, your first card is even has this very much Jupiter influence, and it is actually a Virgo card. That's a Virgo card, and Virgo is also the polarity of Pisces, because in your sign, for your sign, your polarity sign is Virgo, right? It can be also your broad picture, but also the detailed things that needs to be done, Virgo, which is this follow through energy. It can be how to tie up the loose ends. It can be, or if got like too messy and not serving, sometimes how to lose up them. Actually, it, you know, it depends on the what type of a story are you coming with there. That's why these readings are energetically I have to speak. But the birds may sometimes indicate unnecessary anxiety, or this have news or information that we will get from our field. You know, we want communications also around these resources to go easy sometimes. Maybe this is also the you know, something which is surrounding you. Now let's see the current challenge and the obstacle. Wheel of Fortune. The current challenge is like you do not have control over things. Wheel of Fortune is what we cannot have control over, and this is also like the timing of the universe. That universe is divine timing. So again, a Jupiter card. So the obstacle to you is, oh, we have the key which opens a door, but it can also lock it, right? So it's like is what, let's say, as conditions reveal itself through time, maybe you are asking to yourself, are they gonna open this lock for me, what I feel like I let's say locked in, or is it gonna like lock me into something? So you know, it feels to me like something for you actually fluctuating in life. Okay, something is fluctuating for you, or it's like this unpredictability, unpredictable changes, unpredictable cycles for you. This can be a challenge, an obstacle for you. It can be, so what we need actually, we need some kind of adaptability, and how we can navigate the ups and downs of our career life. And the challenge here is like, you know, to understand sometimes how to say, it's not entirely, it seems, within our control. So there is something there which is very much dependent on the let's say your dharma and karma balance. So acceptance of this unpredictability and your determination to adapt things here, and to make the most out of whatever comes on your way, will be very much essential for you to handle this. Plus, I understand that, you know, actually Pisces, you know, Piscean energy, half Piscean energy do well with unpredictability. If you have, for instance, a South Node in Virgo, it can be very difficult for you. But if you have a North Node in Pisces, for instance, in your chart, unpredictability or like the surrounding influence actually is a lesson of you. Again, something which I cannot really put, you know, in structure in a general reading, but in private readings, of course, these things become more, how to say, more, you know, they more definitive, let's say. Also, you know, there can be here some stages, some, let's say, unpredictable changes, and like a universe, if you need to lack something, like to preserve, you will get it. If you need to open up an opportunity, you will get it. And you know, we have also, there is this heart, and the luck that is also in the heart shape, and it is also, you know, making me to question if there is also a love situation or relationship wise, love relationship attached to this career path, because it may also talk about your emotional states, you know, for what is like coming. Also that needs to be maybe addressed. Or maybe some relationship in your life is going through some significant shifts, and you are wondering if the work will also affect it, you know. It's important, whatever the change will come, it's important to address those, okay? Sometimes also, you know, the Wheel of Fortune and the key card, let's say as a career obstacle, it may bring something like, with regards to something old or previous, you may like having hard time to, or you know, find this closure and moving on. So that can be this fluctuating thing. It may like maybe hard for you to navigate. You may be also, you know, wondering if there is this unexpected things in my, you know, field of work, its own market conditions. Even, you know, I'm a tarot reader, but the market condition is pretty much depending on how YouTube will do well, how because YouTube is the marketeer, like the scenery, right? So any changes YouTube goes, and YouTube also implies, or in my country, you know, it all affects me. So so there are some conditions maybe that there which can change according to your own market conditions, and it may require you to adapt or to be open to new possibilities there. But whatever here is like, this is like a bit, there is something that which is outside of our control with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the current obstacle, it seems, for us. And embracing the changes, being flexible, seizing new opportunities, knowing that you have wings here, okay, will be very important at this point. I think we have covered, but shall I actually get, oh my god, 40 minutes. 40 minutes, I've been talking like 14 minutes. Okay, let me see. I haven't done a career reading long time, so you are wondering if the time can make your like plans unsuccessful, like how the time will prove itself. You don't want to have an unsuccessful plan, like it's things are like knotted. That's why you got to be flexible at that point. If something uncontrollable comes, there will be also direction out of it, I do feel, because this key card also unlocks doors. It may offer solutions to which are key to success and more, it says, and miracles. If you are like expecting a miracle, this may be also, it can also come, you know, like one final pieces, you know, fits into its place. Let me see the what direction you can take to make the best use of your fullest potential, an action plan to get you moving in the right direction. 5 of Wands. Oh, you go and struggle, you know, you go and Mars and Leo energy. This is you go out there, okay, there can be rivals, competitors, you go and prove yourself. This is a very physical energy, like you definitely be in that round table and you join that negotiations, you join that struggles, you tell your word. It's a very rare energy, and at the meantime it will be important for you to make it also balance in your life. Just try to keep the balance while doing so. Always take care of those your scales, okay? So scales is like, this is actually like a Libra energy. It's a duality, again, Pisces, you know, two fish duality. So more or less you know actually that concept of duality as a default setting, and what needs to be you know, balanced there. So it can be also the, you know, the direction here is that as we have the 5 of Wands energy, you need to have a well-defined ambition and direction there, well-defined. Then, you know, what would you just go and lose your energy there, right? There needs to be, you need to find that true sense of calling for you. Something is calling for you, and the direction here, you act with a authority, inner authority, with inner power. Of course, Mars and Leo, it's this personal magnetism you act with, okay? Of course, we need to also mention the extroversion there. Okay, so the situation is not an inner process, it's an outer process. It got to be confident, playful, and proud for you. Very dynamic. And also, you know, as we have to keep your life in balance energy here, there is a dynamism, so that dynamism needs to be balanced in your when we consider your life in general. Can be, of course, confidence is a good thing, but overconfidence can lead to trouble, so we need to also be mindful of that. And overconfident people are very antipathic, you know. A healthy sense of confidence is better. Well, you know, and also you need to be conscious of the ego with a Leo energy there. You need to be conscious with your ego, because ego, when it really channels good, it can be something you carve out of yourself beautifully, but it can be also with the ego disastrous thing, right? So there we need to understand, you know, throughout the process, reflect on what ego means to you, and to balance it, and to balance the role of it in your life. This is also an important thing to mention. And you know, you are very much encouraged to you know, recognize the positive steps and positive moments in your career life, and make space and time also for that play, excitement, you know, bringing the work also creatively, or there is this sense of play there, okay? Sense of play. Of course, if you are into, for instance, something artistic. So the justice energy now, the hidden aspects. So this is going to highlight anything that needs to be brought to light that you may be unaware of at present. And we have the justice. Okay. Now, there is like karma is at work, maybe. This is the hidden influence. You're gonna really reap what you sow. But is it something like a person can be unaware? I don't think so, but maybe forget, you know, time to time. We have, oh, happiness, yes. Yeah, you know, for some of the Pisces people out there, this is about you get what you sow in so many blessed ways. And something really come true, like once, you know, there is this power, like in your career life, something is like, again, the scales. And again, we have the scales here, like the sense of balance. Like something is like being balanced. And when it goes unbalanced, like you may be like warned, okay? Because it is actually affects your general sense of fulfillment. Like there is this hand over your career. And if you need to also be, you know, definitely follow a great passion for your work, but again, if the tips of the scales like goes unbalanced, there can be some rough patches there. Justice energy for me is, to be honest, it's not something necessarily to be brought to light, but a person needs to actually be aware of. But oftentimes forget that we reap what you sow. And when things go unbalanced in our life, you know, when we go, for instance, unbalanced with our health matters, our body reacts, right? Again, even I have cats, for instance. I like them so much, and sometimes I, how to say, you know, my hand on their head or, you know, on their body, they tell me, no, you know, touch that part so much. Move your hand, you know. It's like the cat always, you know, puts and brings that balance to you. No, I don't like to be like from that side, you know. So the hidden thing is that there is like, you may get this small warnings sometimes when it feels like out of balance for you. So watch those, you know, what is just off, what is saying, oh no, stop, or oh, continue, you know. Plus this can be sometimes some truths, and it's that search for the truth. You know, at times, Pisces, what may be hidden is that some truths of, in general, that life offers can come in dramatic ways. Okay, this can be something maybe we need to mention here. And what is also like useless and worn out can be carved off suddenly. So if, you know, this is a plus. There can be also some legal maybe repercussions of something, like the legal laws, you know, are they protected and considered while doing this work? What can be the legal circumstances that can come out of it, against it or for it, you know, what is the balance there? And it can be also sometimes, you know, to be discriminating in the choices that we make for ourselves can also help the way really for us to go forward and making things like less hidden and more transparent, let's say. Now, okay, this position, I find it important because it's the up to 3 months position, near future influences. It's going to highlight some choices and influences likely to occur within the next 3 months. Strength. Circumstances which requires a lot of patience from you. Circumstances which really needs careful handling, not giving into your you know, this instinctive behavior, reactional, but rather like going easy with things, knowing that it is difficult. Sometimes you may need to this kite we have, anything which may bring like how to say, let's say there is a situation you think it's harmful and it needs to be like chopped before it is making you stuck. It's that gentle hand, you know, that moves, and you know, it's like imagine you have a field there and you chop, but there is, for instance, something which is very important, a plant for that field, but there is also that hostile plant, and they are side by side. Now it's like you need to be so gentle that you can't be just rush. You need to go gentle so that helpful plant for that field can stay, but the hostile is also removed, right? So there you just can't go, you know. It is how you gently manage your situation here. This is very important, Pisces. So okay, we had the Mars in Leo energy here. Strength is also Leo energy. Actually, there is this kind of not fighter, but like what you are doing, you do with class. You know, this is actually Leo energy as we know it. And you become so tactful that you are not letting like something too much and unbalanced direct and control you, but you have rather control over them. And because you know that you cannot employ opposing and brute forces to manifest your goals, because otherwise it will just bring you some resisting energy. Though in this one, I feel like you really need to affirm that strength in your heart. You need to this breakthrough personal and outer blockages with courage and strength. You can face your challenges, having this sense of balance, you know, practicing of self-love. That can be, for instance, in the influence, future influence, you really need to practice that self-love. Honoring your needs at times. You got to also need to look at dominating and controlling tendencies in others, in yourself. All the process, there will be situations which is, let's say, it's that sometimes that inner coldness, it's gonna warm up your heart there. So you be gentle with things. This is going to, I think, enhance your inner vitality there. It's important for you to also, there's a self-expression energy. If you have like do something, you may need to stand up and defend yourself there with a creative self-expression. Why you did the thing in the way you did. Let your inner wisdom to guide you in the situations, not the instincts. And you are going to grow in the wisest possible ways, I do feel. This is how you will, in general, now follow through that we have talked in the beginning. To bring that abundance and prosperity, this is what is promised. Thank you very much, Pisces, for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this reading. It's almost a 1 hour reading. I'm just, wow, 1 hour. If I had this 4 more positions, this could go like, I think, 4 more positions I was telling in the beginning. It could have been like almost 2 hours maybe, but I'm happy that this reading can give really people something to contribute in their life, create some value in their life. Then I'm the happiest. Thank you so much. Take good care, my friends. Bye bye.